Happy Monday and happy President's Day, Antelope Valley. I hope everyone's well, that you had a nice weekend. And if you're getting today off, I hope you're having a nice extended weekend. It is President's Day, February 17th, 2025. I'm Mark Troth, broker and co-owner of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, Troth Realtors, right here in Lancaster, California, bringing you this week's version of the Antelope Valley Real Estate Market Snapshot, where week in and week out, we take a look at exactly what's going on here in our local real estate market. What I like to mention every week is that I feel it's important that folks in the Antelope Valley, property owners, have a number of out of area property owners that follow along with our update, have a trusted local resource to go to follow along with exactly what's going on in our local real estate market. Our local real estate market, as I also say week in and week out, is unique unto itself, and often our statistics get lumped in with Greater Los Angeles County, Southern California. And if anything, at 43 years of being a real estate agent slash broker in this valley have shown me is that our market is definitely unique unto itself. Before we get our review of this week's statistics, I'd like to also point out that they are courtesy of the Greater Antelope Valley Association of Realtors MLS system. So let's do our review of where we're at. We start the morning with 821 active residential listings in our MLS service. That's a third week in a row, very small decline in the number of active listings on the market. Our pendings, those properties that are in escrow under contract, up for the third week in a row to 322. Small little increase, but so let's just talk about that real quick before we get into the week over week statistics. Is that so with active listings staying kind of at that same level, just a tick over 800, and pendings increasing. So basically, what we're not seeing is we're not seeing a glut of properties come on the market that's going to cause us to have a drastic downward effect on our values. Our values are remaining somewhat stable, typical for January, February, where it is a little bit lower than the spring and summer selling season. By having that let's say balance, if you will, with pendings increasing a little bit, active listings staying the same, it is creating that scenario where values are holding their own, if you will. Obviously, as we go further into the year 2025, we'll see if all of a sudden that starts to shift. A little bit of other good news is that the 10-year Treasury was down on Friday under 4.5%. So hopefully we'll start to see some relief in where mortgage rates go. So week over week comparison, new listings that came on the market from February 10th through the 16th, 72, as I mentioned, down. That's down 12% week over week. Median price of those new listings, 490, up just, I think it was $2,500. So that's less than 1%. Following along with the theme that I just spoke about, new properties into escrow, residential properties, 64, that is up 16.4%. Second good week over week gain. Median number of days on the market, 50. That's up 7 from where we were last week. That number has increased. I suspect what's going on there are some of those properties that may have been on the market 30, 35 days, see a price adjustment, price cut, and those become more attractive to buyers. And we're seeing those go into escrow. Number that is probably the low light, if you will, of this week's market snapshot. Number of listings sold that closed escrow, pretty anemic, 39. That's down 4.9%. Median sales price up to 10%, 480. I suspect that as we go and wrap up the month of February and into March, we're going to see that listing sold number increase. So I think there's some good positive news as we're heading through February. Once again, we're not seeing a panic number of sellers come to the market. We're continuing to see week over week a few more buyers enter the market. What effect, as I mentioned, interest rates have on that? If they should soften, we'll definitely follow along and let you know. So that will wrap up this week's version of the Antelope Valley Real Estate Market Snapshot. But if there's any other information, statistics, or anything that myself or any of our other trusted associates here at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Troth Realtors can provide you, by all means, please feel free to reach out to us. We're always here to serve, and where we have been serving the real estate needs of the Antelope Valley since 1957. All right, everybody, take care. Have a great week, and we will see you next Monday. Actually, we will see you next Monday from Florida. All right, everybody, take care. Bye bye.